Thanks for your time. And so while I was doing LinkedIn, I came to know L.G.R is your name also. That's
Yes,
so. What's your full name?
Luca Gnecchi L.G.R.
Okay, and you're from France, or
I am from Italy, from Rome, and yes, I live between Rome and the countryside in Tuscany.
okay. So how this started? It's about 20 years old, if I'm
The
not wrong.
company is 14 years old. I started in 2009, the company 2008, after finding in an old abandoned warehouse in Eritrea, in Asmara, in Africa, some frames abandoned from the Italians that were living there. So between the 1930s and the 1970s, the Italians were living in Somalia, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. And my grandfather went there as a soldier in 1936. Let me show you an image of him. When he arrived in Asmara, he was a soldier and a photographer for the regime, for the propaganda. And after the war ended, he decided to stay in Asmara as he saw many opportunities unfolding in this country. And he started distributing Kodak. He had the exclusivity for Kodak film distribution and camera in Ethiopia, Somalia, and Eritrea. After that, he started importing Leica from Germany, and then Singer, a sewing machine. And he built some emporiums where he would distribute these sorts of goods. And then he started opening photo Optica beanie shops around the country. Then he had.
What does this photo means? Photo.
Optica is Optica. Beanie was his last name. And there were 30,000 Italians living in those countries. And at the time, he had saturated the market. So he looked the African markets. Okay, what can I sell to these people? And they needed the basics, and they needed shoes in the beginning. So my grandfather ended up inventing a rubber sandal. It was in the same time that DuPont was inventing plastic. So my grandfather built a shoe factory slowly, which ended up becoming the biggest shoe factory in all of Africa in 1976. And the emperor Haile Selassie would come to visit the factory every year, bringing gifts, because my grandfather was giving jobs, many people, and helping the country to generate middle class and well-being for the people. So he was very well regarded. And then in 1976, the war between Ethiopia and Eritrea, the emperor was kicked out of the country, and all of the possession of my grandfather were nationalized. He went back to Italy, began again working with Kodak, and the African dream finished there. Until in 2006, 2007, the government called him back. The new president of Asmara, of Eritrea, was my grandfather to come back to reopen the factory. So I accompanied him. He was 91 years old. I went with him, and it was a lie. They did not want to give him back the factory, but they gave him back some of his possession. One of which was this building, Cabini, where I found in these drawers the military frames from the Second World War, from Italian made and Italian imported. I was immediately struck and fascinated by the design, the quality, the long-lasting features of these frames built in the 50s, in the 40s to last, which were concepts that today are less important than they used to be. And also the city of Asmara was very inspiring for me and for the creation of this brand, because it was like a time capsule, a time warp. It stayed the same for 60 years because the war made sure that no traveling, no tourists, nothing, but no destruction also, so luckily. So many buildings, many cars, many old men dressed up as Italian, double-chested suit, a tie, a hat. They were living like they were like Italy in the 1950s, like a bit like Cuba is for the United States. and Vittoria, Cinema Impero, these Italian names, and I found these glasses which were perfectly matching this type of looks and ambience in the. So I took a handful back. I brought them to Italy. I was living in Shanghai at the moment because I just graduated from an economics degrees in the United States. I found a good job in Shanghai for an American company. I was working in marketing and finance for this American company in Shanghai. And when I traveled, I stopped by in Italy. I had the time to give a pair to my mother as a gift, to my girlfriend, to my sister, and to some friends. My girlfriend was a model in Paris. My mother was a designer for Valentino, and my sister was an assistant for Patrick de Marsellier, which was a fashion. And all of these people, after I gave them these glasses, called me from Paris, New York, Milan, saying, people are stopping me on the street for these glasses. They're so beautiful, Luca. Where did you find them? Can we get more? And that's where my spark comes. I said, we could make this into a business. So I travel back to Asmara. I take all of what I can find, roughly 400 glasses. And during the summer of 2007, I sell to 5 million friends roughly 300 frames and making some money. And I said, well, this is beautiful. I have fun. I am loving the story I'm telling. And the people that buy these glasses are so thankful to have piece of them. So it was making me very happy. I decided to quit my job in Shanghai to find an artisan in Italy which could make this quality and start L.G.R.
Great. So now coming back to the business, so which all countries are you present in right now?
We are present nearly in every country thanks to our well-established network of distributors and agents around the world. We also have in our office in Rome an internal team taking care of clients around the world. We have an online business where you can buy the glasses. We have a B2B business through our agents, distributors, and we have a chain. We started opening our own flagship stores in Italy first and in Paris this year as well.
Sure. That's what the second one.
Yeah, no, Paris is the sixth one.
Six. Okay, you have
Yes,
six.
we have 6 stores now. Yes.
Great. So how is your store doing? And is it more like a boutique where you want to give the experience of L.G.R?
It's a very well curated boutique where you are immersed in the L.G.R world. So you see these influences of Italy from the 1950s, African wood, carpets, and lamps, and objects, and beautiful frames. And yes, it's you are in the L.G.R world when you enter one of our stores for my brand. Um, One of the original models that I found in the warehouse, it's still here. It's called Asmara, and this is a military Italian frame. It's a design that it's from the 1947, 1945. It's a double bridge mineral glass.
Okay, it has mineral glass.
Yes, all of my frames have mineral glass.
Okay.
You see, but the designer Valentino,
Yeah.
he wears my glasses.
Oh, this style.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a South Indian.
What's his name? Among our collaborations, we collaborate with hotels and resorts around the world, from Cipriani in Venezia, from the Hotel Passalacqua on Lake Como, which this year was awarded as the best hotel in the world, as the Yacht Club in Monaco and Monte Carlo, the Corviglia Ski Club in St. Moritz. And this year, for the first time, I'm very proud to announce that we're doing a collaboration with one of the most beautiful Indian resorts, which is the Sujan Safari Resorts. They have these amazing hotels and resorts in the forest with tents to bring their guests to see the tigers in the wild. And this year, L.G.R has developed 2 models, especially for the Sujan, with colors that reminiscence on old past period of venturing into the forest to see the tigers. And also the packaging has an amazing design of wild animal, and the lenses are photochromic in order to adapt to the sunlight of the forest and then the sunshine, the harsh sunshine. And it's the first collaboration that we're doing with an Indian entity, and one of the most prestigious and luxurious ones in the hospitality sector, the Sujan Resort.
Great. So you are doing this when in India?
We're launching in March,
Okay.
and I'm actually traveling to India next month in October. No, this month. I'm going around the 20th of October to do some content, video, photographs that will then be used in order to do the proper marketing of this collaboration. I can show you some images if you want. Of this is just some photographs of oops, like this, right? These are the two models.
Okay.
This is the symbol of the tiger, which will be engraved on the temple.
Temples, okay.
This is the
Oh, wow.
packaging.
Very nice.
This is the leather case,
Okay.
green. And this is the cleaning cloth to clean the frames. This is the collaboration L.G.R. for Sujan.
Nice. You have great stories to tell, no doubt.
It's all about emotion, feeling, enthusiasm. It needs to be passionate. And products, you see how many products there are at these venues in the world. It's all many products. And we need to be different. We want to be different. We deserve to be different. And to tell our story, which also dates back on this family, this
Right.
and
Great.
tough competition, but with a great product, a great quality, and a good story, and good people that surround you in a team. This is the way to move forward.
Really inspiring, I would say so. Thanks.
Thank you very much,
for
sir.
your time. Thank you.
Thank you.